Hello everyone, this is Cholera bringing you Game 2 of Flash vs. Effort in the Incruit OSL round of 36. And in the first game we saw Flash completely dispatch his opponent, and I almost hope that Effort does a little better in this game so we can see more of a even-sided Terran versus Zerg here, but I'm not sure if Effort is capable of that, frankly, of producing a very good game against Flash. Flash being so good at Terran versus Zerg. In fact, so good against every matchup, to be honest. And in the last game, I mean, Flash just... I have to say, I'm not sure if there was anything anyone could have done against that. After going 2 hatcheries before spawning pool, Flash going for the proxy factory followed by the 2 port rates, I think it would just be too hard for any Zerg to be able to come up with the tech necessary to deal with that. Especially because really the only thing you can go for is that Hydralisk Den. You don't even have enough time to put down a lair, and you know, you're just in terrible shape in terms of tech if Flash does something like that to you. And Flash, by the way, 66% against Effort. Terran versus Zerg is now his best matchup, and really, I don't know what Effort can do about this. Especially on this map. I didn't mention that this map is Return of the King. Of course, it is that map, the new map with the large mountain in the center of the map, the island expansions behind your base, and a very curvy, spirally central passageway linking the bases. I think it's definitely Terran favored, and I honestly think that Flash is going to basically walk over Effort. So I do hope, perhaps, for Effort to show a bit of a brilliant play, or Flash even to slip up a little bit. But I mean, I won't hope very hard, because certainly I don't want Effort, honestly, to win this game, to win the series. I want Flash to proceed in the OSL like he's destined to do, really. But you know, certainly it would be nice to see more of a even-sided game at this point. Effort going for the standard 12 hatchery now. And hold on for 1 second while I fix something in my room. Barracks going up for Flash. I'm currently carrying a laptop while fixing air conditioning in my room. There we go, we have air conditioning now. So casting with a laptop in one hand and like a window fan in another. Spawning pool going up now for Effort, and really standard openings from both players. I think on this map Flash will probably go for a standard 1 barracks into command center build here. I don't think there's any reason for him not to. Plasma certainly is much more capable for a Terran player to go for some early tech cheese like he went for last game. I won't call it cheese, actually. It was too good for cheese. I would call it more just a tech rush. And here comes the command center down for Flash. Flash has a scout inside of Effort's base already. Effort sending that drone and probably will get the scout into Flash's base. I like the fact that he's always brought drone scouts in every single game he's played so far. He's always done a little bit of drone scouting, which I do like. I think too few Zergs do that. And the second hatchery going inside of the base, actually, for Effort. So Effort perhaps not seeing the fast command center in time, or wanting to play it safe, and not going for the double expand. I mean, I won't say Flash played poorly, to be honest, in the last game, so maybe he will have a chance against Flash. It was more just his build versus Flash's build. It was just too hard for him to win, especially given how well he played against Cal. I was very surprised when Effort won, and won in such a convincing manner. And so I do have some hope for him against Flash. And there's that second Marine coming down the ramp and executing that annoying drone. So we probably will be seeing Spire first here from Effort, unless he wants to change up and go Lurkers. But I'm going to guess he's going to go for the Spire first. He's going to play a standard game and hope for the best, basically. Hope that Flash slips up somehow. But the problem with going standard against Flash is that it generally doesn't work unless your name is Best, or Jaedong, perhaps. And even Jaedong couldn't make it work. I mean, Flash did cheese against him a lot, but in the past. But I mean, I don't know if Jaedong could have taken down Flash in a standard macro game either. Anyway, so that 1 SCV scouting inside of Flash's, Effort's base, gonna scout the lair going up. Most likely Mutalisk coming up. I think perhaps, just perhaps, a Lurker first build would be smart here from Effort. If he manages to surprise Flash, as Terran players will be a little bit surprised, maybe he'll have a chance. But I think if he goes Spire first, he'll last into the late game, and then Flash will just dominate him. I mean, that's just going to be my prediction from now on against in this matchup, because Flash is just too good. Flash now with the Academy up, and definitely a standard opening for him, getting that very early +1 at the engineering bay, and that's certainly very useful against Mutalisks. And second gas now going down for Effort. very standard 3 hatchery opening here. And I mean, this is the opening that Savior used against pretty much every Terran opponent and was very successful with. So let's not discount this opening just yet. It is a very strong opening against Terran, and if Effort manages to pull it well, he could get an advantage with a good Mulus Crash. But I doubt Savior is gonna. I doubt Flash is gonna allow him to do that. Savior in his prime, actually, that's why I was thinking. Savior in his prime might have been able to beat Flash right now. Might be able to. But Savior, unfortunately, is far from his prime, and that is definitely unfortunate. Spire going up now for Effort. The reason why I say Savior could have beaten Flash, or could, yeah, in a theoretical fight, is because Savior is so good with counterattacks. He not only is very good with macro and micro, he's very strategically smart. And I think you need more than just solid play to beat Flash, like I've been saying all along. You need a counterattack. I think Savior's the kind of player who would lure Flash out, get his Medic Marines out, and then send a crack force, maybe just 2 lurkers, a bunch of Zerglings in mid-game, run into Flash's base, and just tear up his SCVs as natural expansion. That is something he did repeatedly against players, brilliant Terran players like Nada, for example. If you watch my Nada versus Savior series, which was done very, very early when I was a young and up-and-coming commentator, that he showed that pretty much in every game, just brilliant counterattacks. And you need something like that to beat Flash. You need that extra little gimmick. You need that extra little strategic brilliance to be able to beat Flash. Without some signature brilliance, you just can't beat him. He's just too good. I'm not sure you can say that about 4GG, to be honest. I think 4GG is a very, very good researcher. I think he's just brilliant. He can almost, if he, in another life, he could have been a PhD and a professor somewhere. He's just so good at research. He studied Flash so well and beat Flash. He studied Jaedong and countered Jaedong so well. But I don't know. I don't know if he could beat Flash every single day. I'm sorry, if he could beat Savior every single day, even if he studied Savior, because Savior has a lot of builds under his belt, and he certainly is very creative also. And now we're seeing a lot of Marines coming out. A lot of, actually, Medic